Hello, 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 and welcome back. For those of you just tuning in now, I'm Nadira Hira, your Master of Ceremonies, and I'm here to catch you up on what you might have missed. And for those of you joining after watching the previous session with the president of Let's Do It World, Heidi Solba, just wow. Through the lens of the blame game in waste management, she really made us ask ourselves some tough questions. And they were so striking we just had to share them with you. So here goes. Are we bold enough to say that we actually are working in silos? Are we bold enough to say that by working in silos, we'd rather serve our organizational identities and brands, but not so much the environment? Are we bold enough to say that global collaborations need a lot of work and working in our comfort zones is much easier? Are we bold enough to say that there are a lot of organizations and NGOs competing with each other? Are we bold enough to say all of this? It was so powerful and emblematic of so many of our speakers here at the SDGAction Zone. They really don't shy away from the heart of the issues, and they aren't afraid to confront us with the bad assumptions we too often make. As B Corp leaders guided us through business solutions targeting responsible consumption and production, Eda Madete, an architectural designer from BuildX Studio, gave us a wake-up call. As she put it, quote, "We can't assume people understand what sustainability means. How are we going to influence consumption and production when people have no idea what you are talking about?" Honestly, Eda's speaking my language. And she says she believes that the answer is through projects that people can interact with, touch, and feel. Our speakers made it clear. People need to feel connected to the issues and see how those issues interact with their daily lives. And we need to reach them where they are. But how do we do that? Well, you have so come to the right place. The SDG Action Zone is all about the interconnectedness of the goals and the solutions and supercharging them together. For example, today we heard about the new app developed by A-World for the UN's Act Now campaign, where users can assess and track the sustainability of their actions and life choices. From food waste to water waste to single-use plastic reduction, you can set goals for yourself and track your progress wherever you go. Throughout the day, we've been joined by powerful youth voices, starting with our opening session and up until our last panel with the newest cohort of young leaders convened by the UN Youth Envoy. Let's hear it for the class of 2020. In one of our UN Digests today, Jayatma Vikramanayaka, the UN Youth Envoy herself, joined to remind us that, and I quote, "Today, the world is home to the largest generation of youth in history. With half of the world's population under 30, they represent the greatest opportunity we have to accelerate development and achieve the SDGs." Thank you, Jaya. While all of this was happening at the SDG Action Zone, guess what? People around the world were taking their own actions and mobilizing to demand leaders turn it around for people and planet during this year's Global Week to Act for the SDGs. Let's take a look.
I think this is a turning point because 2020 has shown us that we can no longer wait for changes to happen.
We are raising awareness of people to aware more about the waste issue in their environment.
Volunteers from all walks of life help communities suffering from the pandemic and from many other ills affecting people across the globe.
Fundamentally, it's about unlocking the potentials of young people by giving them skills for life.
We're at a turning point for people and planet.
This is a time for us to work together
because we still can actually make a difference.
Building a just and sustainable recovery.
Let's turn it around together.
And the stats keep rolling in. Over 35 million people have taken action in 100 countries and counting. And you can still join. Discover different sets of actions to take at actforsdgs.org and join the mobilization using hashtag #TurnItAround. Wow, so many solutions, so much action, right? Well, there's more in store for this afternoon. It'll be game on for climate action as we equip ourselves with the data we need to join in the fight. We'll examine Indigenous peoples' roles as forest defenders and explore the lessons learned from their efforts to guarantee food security in their regions. We'll navigate a world in harmony with nature and find out what needs to be done to redress the fine balance of biodiversity. Then, climate activist Vanessa Nakate will join us from Uganda to share her bold and inspirational ideas on how to agitate on behalf of our planet. See, I told you it'd be worth staying tuned. And we don't want you here just watching. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you're loving, and definitely tell us what and who you want to hear more from. Join the conversation on Twitter using hashtag SDGActionZone. And if you let us know which stage you're watching, your questions and ideas may feature on that stage's live Twitter wall. Just make sure to use hashtag stage 1, hashtag stage 2, or hashtag stage 3, and we'll find you. Follow us at SDG Action for more. And don't forget to invite everyone you know to join us here at the SDG Action Zone on sdgactionzone.org. Let's make some noise and make sure together that these breakthrough ideas and solutions reach and inspire as many people as possible all around the world. Exciting, right? Should we get back to it?